Hi, I'm Millie.
Hi, I'm Kaylee from Official London Theatre.
And this is the Western Roundup.
Coming up this episode,
we announce the date for the Olivier Awards 2020 with MasterCard.
And we chat to the cast of White Christmas.
But first,
hot and fresh news!
It's finally out there. The date for the Olivier Awards 2020 with MasterCard has been announced by no other than the cast of Come From Away, who were the winners of the Best New Musical last year. You can watch the full announcement video on our YouTube channel or on the link below, but we're very excited for the 5th of April.
Can't wait. Bianca Del Rio is returning to the cast of Everybody's Talking About Jamie. Bianca was the winner of season 6 of Drag Race. Priya Kalidis is also joining the cast as Miss Hedge. She's taken over from Rita Simmons. It has also been announced today that we have a brand new Jamie New. Noah Thomas will be taken over from Leighton Williams in the role of Jamie, as Leighton and Shane Ritchie will then be joining the UK tour cast.
Everybody's dreaming of this next show as White Christmas finally arrives at the Dominion Theatre tomorrow. We recently chatted to the cast. We spoke to Danny Mack, Dan Burton, Claire Hulse, Danielle Hope, Brenda Edwards and Michael Brandon.
It's a lot of Daniels in there.
It is.
So we asked them how rehearsals have been going, we asked them their favourite Christmas song and lots more. Shall we have a watch?
Let's.
So I play Judy Haynes. She's part of a sister act with Betty Haynes, who is played by the incredible Danielle Hope. And we meet the boys, the two boys, Phil and Bob. They're the biggest superstars of the time, and we're very excited to meet them. They're ex-soldiers, and the more the girls find out about them, the more they fall in love with them, and they go on this beautiful love story. They all travel to Vermont. They're in this barn in the middle of nowhere, and magical things happen, and this Christmassy, lovely story entails.
And I play Phil Davis, who's the funny side of Wallace and Davis. Mr. Mack is the looks, and I am supposedly the comedy part. But I'm not too sure about that. But anyway, But in
you're
jest,
funny.
Well, I try. I'm very trying, as you know. But yeah, I play Phil Davis, and we basically meet Bob and I on the battlefront, and we spark this relationship like brothers. And as we move through the piece, we become massive Broadway stars on the Ed Sullivan Show and take over the world in entertainment. And we end up getting introduced to these lovely ladies, and it's the love stories that mingle through. That will love prevail? Which way will it go? What will happen? Will we get the show on? Will we not? But it's a very special cast with Mr. Danny Mack, Claire Hulse and Danielle Hope. We're very, very lucky with this cast that we've got.
So I play Betty Haynes, one of the sisters, and we've been talking about this a lot because the movie is set like just post World War II. So everyone feels very displaced, and it's a time for women, which is so important right now as well. Again, another mirror, where they're starting to find their voice, and some of them are being brave enough to go out and make a career for themselves. And that's what the Haynes sisters do. And they meet two fabulous gentlemen along the way. If you want to explain.
Bob Wallace,
Yes.
who is again an ex-World War II soldier, and 10 years later we find him along with his partner Phil Davies, who have become huge stars in America, and they seek out a double act to team up with them, basically, but of fine ladies, and they go in pursuit of them up to Vermont, and Bob's like a troubled soul. He's come out of World War II and it hasn't all been bright and breezy for him, and he's struggled, and I think he's thrown himself into his work and into his business, which is why he's kind of the leader of the double act in him and Phil. And then Phil's a superb talent, but he's the comedy and the light-hearted part of the partnership, which Bob kind of struggles with. And they search for these two lovely ladies, go up to Vermont, and where the two girls are going to be performing for Christmas. And business is bad, so they decide to help out because their general from the army is the owner of the inn.
It's kind of like one big happy family, and it's not
Thank
principles.
goodness.
It's not principles and an ensemble. It's not that sort of a piece, and we're not those sort of people. So it is just everyone coming together.
Well, there's this feeling of these people putting together a show in the show.
Yes.
And it's very much that feeling.
Oh, we are loving working together with this company. It already feels like such a community and a family already. And I know it's so easy to say that with theatre, but It truly is, and especially this time of year, I think it's so important that you feel that and you feel supported, because you're doing like crazy hours and like loads of shows around the holidays, and also you're sharing a show as beautiful as this and as important as this message is for Christmas time.
And I think, and I've only just thought about this, and I should have said it in a million other interviews, but we kind of parallel with what the show is. You know, the show is about a community coming together and putting on a production, and that begs authenticity and positivity. So you're going into scenes playing these characters that are, you know, sort of fighting, coming together like soldiers to put on this production and trying to save something and help us a man. And we're kind of doing that as well. So it doesn't end, you know, at the end of rehearsals. It flows through the company.
And it's nice to actually say that we do all get on. There's no room for egos and divas, and it's not about that. It's not about that piece. And so I think the audience will see that translate on the stage, and that's the magical thing about it. And that, I think, is what will bring that magical element and make people think, oh.
The singing, the dancing and the spectacle.
It's magical.
It's going to make you feel so warm and fuzzy inside. It's full of joy.
It's for all the family.
I would say if you want to see triple threat dancing in a West End theatre of this magnitude and size, it's the perfect show.
There is a place here for everybody.
It snows.
Incredible costumes, and at the end there's even some snow.
But that's a secret, don't tell me.
Come to see the snow. Come to see the snow. Snow, 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 snow.
That's good.
All I can think about is I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, because
Funny
we're
that.
singing it so much. And if it wasn't already my favourite, it definitely is now.
I mean, I love George Michael, so it's going to have to be a bit of Wham! Last Christmas. Sorry, any haters out there, but it's a winner.
It's cheesy but great.
Oh, yes.
So Kaylee, what's your favourite Christmas song?
That's a really tough question. I think one of my favourites is Step Into Christmas. That's partly because I one time did a tap dance to that.
Amazing.
It was really cute.
You have so many talents.
I was like 5. What's your favourite Christmas song?
I think Stay Another Day by E17 is a classic, but it's not for everyone.
White Christmas arrives tomorrow and it's on until the 4th of January, and you can get your tickets at Official London Theatre.
So that's all we've got time for this week.
For exclusives, news and interviews, make sure you subscribe.
And if you enjoyed the video, give us a like. We'll see you next time.